Heyo and welcome to the Planet Plipcam channel for a showcase of a casino build built by Dirty Baker. Now in the description of this build on the Xbox Frontier Workshop it says it's a casino with full interior, it's got 10 rides and it's got a pool with a water slide and a DJ, and it does say that it still needs a little bit more detailing. I'm not too sure if you're on next gen or past gen, but certainly with the counter I think it's around 45%, so either way I think you would be able to put some more detail in if you wanted to finish it later on. But you can see just heading in straight away, I don't want to make this video too long. It's basically a big interior inside this big blocky building, and you can see it's detailed pretty well with all of the lighting, which we'll get into later as we go into nighttime mode. Obviously when you go inside sometimes the nighttime lighting is not the best in this game. So you've got restrooms on the left, and then you've got some more shops around there, some money vending places when you get all your chips or whatever. I've never stepped foot in a casino, so maybe I'm not the best person to review this, but certainly for pieces and how well this is all put together, I can definitely comment on. Look at these, almost like fruit machines maybe. Icing pieces used, some of the amazing lights came in the studio pack. We've got the gems on top, which I can just imagine being so nice and tacky in there, either made of glass maybe or plastic. And then you've got the Sugary Emporium signs on the left and right of you. Lots of different Planet Coaster signs all around this building. Lots of vending machines. I do like that in this little kind of mini park that everyone is wandering around. There's so much to do, and you only have to step a few meters and you're on to your next activity. So you got Blackjack on the right here. These tables really work well, these pirate tables, and we'll get onto later how kind of the chips and cards and everything placed on the table, how they work in this kind of little mini park. So you can see people wandering around. Just look at the vibes around here. You can see all of the flashing lights. You've got this roulette kind of wheel. So we're going to try and deconstruct this. You've got the screen mounting thing, and then you've got a wheel as well. Two different wheels, a wagon wheel and then one from the studios pack, I imagine. So you can see that, taking that up, the caravan wheel, and then obviously you've got the bench as well, which everyone can sit on. So that's a really nice little touch there. You've got the basic shapes. You can see that people are walking through this, which is quite a shame, but definitely go in and put some of the barriers. You can see some of them are around already, which do prevent people walking through, but you definitely need to put some more down around these tables, and even some of the strips you can get the barrier strips that go under the floor, or you can also, lots of people don't know this, but the round planter that you get in the foliage section, you can use that and place that down, sink it down into the ground just a little bit and they won't walk over it. But you can see the chips and everything used there are the pieces from the actual coaster support section, which is really nice. I would never have thought to do that. You've definitely gone through and scrolled through of how on earth are you going to do this. So you can just see how you put these barriers down. I was in the wrong camera angle to do it perfectly there, but here you go. Just sink it down a little bit more. I'm doing this quickly, but yeah, just put it underneath, under the ground, and you should not have as many walking through. Obviously there will be clipping issues as the guests never stick to the paths anyway, but yeah, definitely something to look at there. Just looking around here as well, nice use of the different kind of art deco kind of signs. They're nicely done, and this one just here with all these dice or dies, I don't know what the plural thing is. We've got some die on that sign, which is really nicely hanging from the sky, and they're nicely attached with some wire. And you've got these tables again, use of those neon signs, which are working really well, the vibrance off those. We've got some more machines here, which will probably take your money, all copy and paste from the other side. I really do like these machines. So much time and effort will have been going into these to getting the scale correct, which is always difficult in this game, as this game is so off scale. It's usually way too big when you look at the size of the guests. You got some more shops around here, really nicely done. I would say that these are quite blocky buildings. They're not the most beautiful to look at, but again they're nice to get some shops in, and you've used some of the bigger signs, which would definitely be quite realistic in here, as it's all kind of in your face in this casino, which is good. Around here you can see a cinema. We'll head through this walkway and then we're just going to show you the actual show. So we'll go into nighttime view, and you can now hear the music that matches to this show. What a brilliant cinema. Like, you've got all the seats down below, and I would say as we turn around to go and have a look at the actual the people who are watching the show, it's a bit scary because it's like loads of zombies looking at you. But look at that show, it's like a 4D kind of cinema where you got all the effects going off, the fire, acrobats going around, the mutt heads are looking left and right, shooting. It's just looking all around really good. You got the strip lighting to go to the cinema. I went for my first cinema trip the other night to watch In the Heights at a View Cinema. That was amazing, first time since COVID. So it's awesome to be getting back into a cinema in Planet Coaster also. But yeah, look at those people in the seats. It's kind of a bit freaky, all the cowgirls all around here. But yeah, I do like how you've done all the lighting. The seats are nice and shiny, which actually works quite well in here. The starry panels have worked beautifully well in here. And the acrobats, you've actually found a use for them, as in the vintage pack. Certainly when like Geekism and everyone, like the first ever impressions of this pack, everyone was saying, when on earth are we going to be using them? And not many people, as I've seen, have actually made circuses or anything. So you've done really well to implement those into this show. Some kind of, I don't know, in the casino, some kind of cabaret or something. So you walk around here. I do like the flooring in here. That choice of pathing works really nicely. I'm pretty sure it's pathing and not 4-meter grid. And then you've got these nice lighting panels, lighting kind of fixtures up here. I think it's the sci-fi kind of container, and they've just been implemented with the Christmas kind of lighting. Really nicely done. I guess that's advanced move, which is really well done there. You can see the skills used for that. You've got a drink section around here, a little mini bar. I like how the advanced move again must have been used for some of it around the side. Certainly the little bar section which they're leaning on. The cannons, the different confetti cannons, the fireworks, all being used as drink kind of glasses or different kind of cups. And then you can see around here, you got the kind of main bit of the casino, again using the brilliant bits that the coaster supports to make those tables really blend in to the theme, and a nice custom sign as well, as you'll see just now, just above. You've got the really nice custom sign, kind of a vintage kind of fairy tale sign to start with, but you've added this kind of poker, the poker chips across there, and they've been used, I think, using the guest service signs. And that's worked really well, and they'll be nice and neon at night time. Again, this is a bit of a blocky kind of section. I know you put hotels in here, but really nice job. I would just trim that all up a bit more, and that maybe just some lights, some accent lights, or just you need to trim them up a little bit more. But other than that, nothing to complain about around here. And now, once we head out of this building, I would say that this is the area that does need a little bit more polishing. As has been said in the description, I love how you got this kind of rainbow lighting that goes across here. It's almost like a rainbow road with all of the different carts going across this ride here. So you got the gondola going up, the chairlift up to, and it ends around the White Castle, which is kind of a burger restaurant. Nicely done there, as you can walk right in, which is nice. And the canopy for this roof is really nicely done with the sci-fi panels. Then you've got kind of an assortment of rides. Now, you've got an exterior fence, boundary fence, and I guess it is realistic having just loads of rides placed down. However, I would recommend just implementing them a bit better with some more kind of temporary fencing maybe, as I don't think that these would be kind of car parking lot kind of rides. But you can see we're just having a ride, and one of them, flat rides aren't my most favourite to ride unless they are really themed, which they are not here. But yeah, that almost makes you dizzy, that ride. But you head around here under these archways, and you can see just the rides there going through. You've got the signs on the side. I know that they would have things like that in casinos, but it's a shame. I know custom's very difficult, but having such random signs can take away a little bit. But I hope you understand that. I'm not a huge fan of using all the Planet Coaster branding and everything in this game. I like it to make it my own. So we got Li Zing or something, Lo Zing, sorry. You have to tell me how to pronounce it in the comments. So kind of a Chinese restaurant. I think it might even be a hotel. But you've got the dragons out. It's a really nice kind of pagoda kind of style kind of build. Again, look at this foliage around here. I would say that the plants do need variating a bit more, as they are in rows. So you get the 2D, Z fighting, Z fighting. Sorry, not American. So it all looks like in a straight line, and you don't want too much clipping around there. But I do like that. You've got a splash zone just around to the right, and I must say that bit is a bit odd. I would just move that into the kind of swimming pool area, as I don't think it fits too well, as you have to go through these gates to the swimming pool. I just put it inside those gates. But then this is genius. When I was recording this, I had no idea what this is. I was like, since when did we have trouser pieces actually in the game? But this is actually used by the snowman clothing. And this is actually a scarf. So you can see that's been coloured perfectly, and it does just look perfect, just to some trousers. You've also got the actual sweets that have just been added on there, a nice use of the spooky curtains, and then the jelly beans, which have worked really well from the confectionery kind of section, and they've worked really well for the cushions on there. Again, the fences, the wooden slat fences along there, which have done really good. And then again, parasols and everything. I like how the shade's been put around here. I'm not too sure we have a suitable animatronic to place down on here, and it would be nice to get someone on there, maybe from the studios pack, but I don't think we have one lying down. I'm pretty certain. You've got these areas with the fences, the plank fences. They're only small, so lots of high piece count around here, but it's worked really effectively, so well done here. You have the drainage systems of the water. We don't have the water too high up to that level. It's a shame a little bit about that. It's quite a drop down from the path, really. But yeah, I like that. And then details again. I'm sure lots of people building, if they were doing something like this, would just plonk a tree into the water, but that hasn't been done. You've added pipes, as there would be in real life, and then under the water you've got brilliant realism, with all the lines, and maybe you might even have an adjustable pool kind of distance and length, how they raise up the pool. You can really see that being the case with all of the different kind of roof pieces you've used underneath. You've got an awesome little fire pit. Again, walking through fire, the people just use some barriers around here, and the caution strips. I would say that it is a shame that grass has been used around here. I don't think it fits in too well. Obviously in some theme parks you do have grassy areas. Certainly when I go on holiday, our favourite pool has definitely got grass around, but it sometimes can lead to mud getting into the pool and everything. But you can see this is kind of a temple which leads you to a slide. I would say that it's a bit odd how steep that slope is, and it does shoot you out the bottom here. Maybe if I was doing this, I'd put some water effects just at the bottom, like they have when people dive, the bubbles, so it doesn't hurt you as much. And they are quite close together, just for realism. Maybe they wouldn't be as close together, but I do like how you've used the pipes from the sci-fi kind of theme to theme that all in, and that's worked really nicely. So that really is all there is to look at in this casino. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. There's so much effort gone into this by Dirty Baker, and you can see all the trigger sequences implemented into this. A huge respect for that, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I really appreciate a like. Go and subscribe to this on the Xbox Frontier Workshop. Subscribe if you are new to the channel and don't want to miss out on Planet Coaster console videos. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.